Hello, everybody. Joe Donuts here, and welcome back for another episode of White Album, Memories Like Falling Snow. I almost said Memories Like Falling Snow first, and that's wrong. What do you even call it? The subtitle? That little post, little blurb after the main title? I forget what it's called. It's late in the afternoon. Ugh. Planned on recording earlier, but I was doing schoolwork, so I'm recording now instead. And hopefully I'll be able to get this up, because as I'm recording right now, I have no internet. It's just decided to go down like 15 minutes ago, reset my router, did the onboard Windows troubleshooting. Nothing. It's been a little stormy here the past 2 days, so I'm just gonna assume some tree branch fell somewhere and fucking took out my internet line. At least I'm pretty sure my internet is above ground cables. That sounds right. Yeah, I don't have any underground cables here. I think. Maybe. Anyway. Oh. Long and short of it is, I have spotty internet, so if this is up later than I anticipate, oops, nothing I can really do about that. I tried. Anyway, what happened last time? What happened last time was I went through the trouble of actually adding some fucking subtitles to the video for you ungrateful, well, I'm gonna say ungrateful ingrates, but that's a little redundant. But for the 24 of you that watch, and for the 3 of you that actually have it up on your main monitor instead of up on like a sub monitor or like windowed and you're just listening to me ramble in the background. You 2 people out there appreciate my hard work. And for that, I thank you. For everyone else, go fuck yourself. That actually took a little bit of work, because that was the first time I ever had to try to do the kind of like that little karaoke text where it moves along. I could have done it per syllable, but that would have just exacerbated the workload to unreasonable levels that I wasn't comfortable with for, a 40-minute little blurb there, because it took me like 2 hours, because one, I had to look up, how do I even do this? And then I had to find the song lyrics, then I had to get them so like each line on screen was a reasonable amount, so it's not just like, oh yeah, here's the whole paragraph, on screen, blocking everything. Unfortunately, I have like no good text options for like the subtitles, so we were just stuck with whatever random shit was on Adobe, which, in all honesty, it wasn't the most visually appealing. I could have gone through the trouble of like finding a good font for it, but I was already in deep enough. I'm like, I don't need to make this drag on any longer than it already is. So we just used that shitty, font. Got the job done anyway. I was too lazy to record like a little blurb about it. And Rina's like, oh yeah, don't think about the lyrics too much, even though the entire song is like, do, I love you, you make life worth living, da 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 da. It's like, you inspired me with the lyrics, but don't think too hard about it. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, that was a good song. Good job, Rina. And then just walked away with like no more thought involved whatsoever. But who knows? I don't know if that was in the original. Probably not, because when I was on the website where I got the lyrics from, which I can't remember off the top of my head, yeah, I put it down in the description of the video, because otherwise I'd feel bad about, just stealing them. I honestly think it was just like animelyrics.com or something. But that song originally was like a character song, which is normally released separate from the main release. Tell it afterwards, like, oh yeah, this game's a big hit. Have the voice actors record 1 or 2 tracks, fucking put it in a CD and charge $40 for it, like a killing. They're not really that much of a thing nowadays, but they're still around every now and again. I remember back in the day, I used to listen to the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya character songs all the fucking time. There's some good ones in there. And, some less than good ones. But hey, it's a mixed bag. You get what you get. As I say, you get what you pay for, but I didn't pay for fucking anything, so really, it was a great deal. Thank you, YouTube. fantastic job. Anyway. Oh. That's enough rambling. Let's hop onto it. Time to stay home for like 2 weeks straight. Because, yeah. We're staying home all the way till, Valentine's. Which means I got plenty of time to just ramble and talk here. I had planned after this, I have some school assignments that are due. Except it makes it really hard to do them when I can't log on to the website to get the criteria for, you know, what my assignment is. Like, it's due in 2 days, you know, not the end of the world. At worst, I can log in on my phone and just have my phone to the side while I'm in, you know, Microsoft Word, click, clack, clack, tapping away. But I like to have everything up on the monitor, you know, so that way it's easy for me to read. I don't have to zoom in on my phone. And the shitty fucking school website, it like doesn't have good mobile compatibility. Also have a test is due, which I can't even do on my phone, so I'd be shit out of luck there. But that's also not due for a day or two, so I can hold on that. What I really need to do is I need to study like fucking crazy tonight. Because I have my promotion test tomorrow, which it's an 80-question multiple choice test. It's not the hardest thing in the world. But, you know, I like... The issue is, it's like, oh, we're picking 80 questions from a pool of about 1,800. So it's like, great, fantastic. It's somewhere in this book. Yeah, you're correct, but it's such a minuscule percentage that's actually going to be on the test. It's like, get fucked. Also, they tend to, like, pick themes for the test. Like, we're going to question people about this kind of subject this year. And you'll notice, like, a big chunk of questions will be about that. And it's like, I kind of remember that. So it's like, sure, I guess that means the other 1,700 questions I prepared for is fucking useless. It can be a little bit annoying. And they changed it recently. It used to be 100 questions, and it was just, you know, all questions picked from there. Now they changed it where it's 60 questions picked from the book, 20 questions where it's scenarios, where you have to pick the best response and the worst response. And those are 2 separate questions. So really, it's 10 of those questions where you pick one good, one bad, for a total of 20. The good is usually pretty easy to get. It's the one where it's, you know, which is the worst. Because, like, okay, there's one obvious outlier. A by the book answer is the one you're supposed to do. And then it's kind of like, that's where you get into the wiggle room, where it's like, okay, what criteria do you consider worse in this scenario? Or is it like just personnel-wise? Obviously, it's questions taken from the book, essentially. So it's like, you go by, oh, what does the book say is the worst thing you could possibly do here? And it's like, well, the book says all 3 of these things are bad, but which one is the most bad? And that's where it's like, usually it's like, okay, is it something illegal? Are you telling me to, like, forge a signature on a check to take it to, like, the finance office to, you know, get the mission done because the person who's supposed to sign is on leave or something? Like, obviously, that's probably going to be like, yeah, that's the worst one. It's either those ones or the ones where you just, like, don't do anything. Where it's like, that's not my problem, and you just walk. Generally, those 2 are the worst option ones, but occasionally it's like, okay, there's 3 mild bad choices, and it's like a panel of 20 fucking 50-year-old dudes poured over the books and decided on the questions and the answers. So it's like, let me get into their mind space of some curmudgeon-y old fuck who has like black ink in their veins from just reading books. They don't have a human heart anymore. They've never had to interact with anyone on an emotional level because they're so much higher rank and position where that doesn't matter. Everyone has to, you know, kowtow to their fucking whims. It's like, all right, what would a person like that think is the most morally / legally incorrect option here? It's terrible. I am what they say in my industry, crusty. Salty. Not like the gamer salty, but like an older Eldritch definition of salty. That was my rant for the day. I'm kind of out of things to talk about now, but we got pretty close to, you know, getting all the way to whatchamacallit, Valentine's Day. Mana? Who's Mana? What was it, Legends of Mana? I don't know. There were some Mana games that were pretty good, I hear. I never played them. Maybe I will. I've been meaning to stream, you know, the Mega Man stuff again, but I've just been, well, it's been a relatively shitty past 2 weeks scheduling-wise, and I was just not able to fit any time. Oh, thanks, Rina. Didn't even fucking show up for Valentine's Day. Just sent the mailman. Coming. I head to the front door with my stamp in hand. The package is small, but pretty heavy. I wonder who it's from. Arnir Atago, almost like it's Reno Ogata backwards, or Ogata Rina, depending on if you're going the entire sentence or word by word backwards. What the heck is that? I don't know anyone by that name. But it's definitely addressed to me, and at this address. So, I guess it's not a mistake. Anir? Nope, still not ringing any bells. Hope it's not another weird package from one of Yuki's creepy fans. Open the package, filled with trepidation. Inside, I find some kind of skin lotion, a small box of chocolates, and a fancy-looking card. Open the lid of the lotion container, catch a whiff of mint just noticeable enough without being overpowered. Classic cologne. Wait, don't tell me. A metaphorical light bulb goes off over my head. Anir Atago. Does sound familiar somehow. Is it a cipher? Maybe just a simple one? Ah, of course. I flip open the card. I thought so. Obviously, you know, it's just obligation chocolates and, you know, obligation sexy cologne and obligation mail to your house friend chocolate. You know, don't get any funny ideas. Thanks. I murmur quietly in disbelief. I think a chain of coincidences would lead to a package like this. I should thank her. Oh, and start thinking about some kind of return gift. I think to myself while taking one of the chocolates and biting into it. Taste of brandy fills my mouth, pouring out from the center of the truffle. Ooh! They got you some fucking booze. Well, they are boozy chocolates, but I meant to say bougie. Like a bourgeoisie. Anyway, what a wonderful event. 3 more days of doing nothing. Sorry, Yuki. We completely forgot about you on Valentine's Day. I bet that makes you feel real fucking good about yourself. Neighbors probably think their apartment is haunted, their complex, even though it was probably built like 5 years ago. Because the Japanese love just tearing down buildings to put up new ones every 15 years. From all the wailing and sobbing they hear at night coming from down the hallway. Go to the TV station to hang out with our totally not girlfriend. I'm working as an AD today. Actually, how many days? we might actually finish the Rina route today. I didn't even think about that as a possibility. Now that I look at it, there's only 4 days left on the calendar. You know, with our long, like, climax events left, that's... Well, the original had some climax events. These just have, you know, end of story high points, let's say. Oh, Rina. She greets me with a smile. Hello. It's always nice to see you. Let's chat for a bit before she goes. Romance. Talk about those chocolates you gave us. By the way, thanks a lot for the gift, near Atago. Yep, I was thrilled. Exactly. Smiling from ear to ear. Though I'm not sure how I'll be able to repay you. I mean, there's not like there's an entire fucking holiday in Japan dedicated to that entire concept. You know. Crazy. That may be true, but still. What do you mean, a nicer store? It had everything, even cologne. Never heard of it. I guess, Givenchy is the name of the brand of cologne included in the gift. Right? Though to be fair, I tried it on the other day. I really liked it. I really loved everything you picked out for me, even the cologne. Actually, I put some on this morning. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Yep. Yeah, it's the same reason why everyone back in the day used to wear like a three-piece suit. Even if it was hot as shit outside. It's because the blazer, the jacket, kept in the fucking stank. Because deodorants didn't exist yet. And, you know, even if you bathe and you soap up nice, it's... on a hot summer day, when it's humid as fuck, it's not going to do much for long. You're probably right. I'm not a fan of strong-smelling lotions and soaps. I honestly use the smallest amount of cologne possible because I'm still not used to applying beauty products of any kind. Definitely did not do it on purpose to come off as classy. Really? I don't know about that. On the contrary, I don't think I'm stylish at all. Wait, what? I stumble over my words, temporarily confused as to what she's talking about. Yeah, just gonna get a free gift and be like, alright, thanks, and then we'll walk away? You know, without the intent of a return gift in the future? Oh, yeah, of course. If there's something in particular you'd like, please feel free to tell me. Well, you know, even if it's not something super fancy, because you're a fucking broke-ass college student who somehow doesn't go to college and works 3 jobs without actually going to any of his jobs, at least get her something. But I really messed up. Big time. As long as it comes from the heart, that's all that matters. Get her like a nice stuffed animal or something. You'd better. I guess that means the pressure's on not to disappoint her. I absolutely can't let her down. Yeah, we're in the home stretch now. Depending on how long the little closing action is here, this might actually be kind of a short episode. 18th? Yeah, we just gotta go to the 20th. Okay. 20th in the TV station, and then we're in the final stretch. Unless, you know, in the 1.5 days between when we go there, there's like some evening event. Yep, take it easy. Sorry, Mana. Get fucked. We're just gonna take your parents' money. Working as an AD today. Head over to the TV station. Hmm? Oh, Rina. Hello. Greets me with a smile. It's always nice to see her. Yeah, let's chat. Just doing hobbies for today, huh? I wonder what she'd like as thanks for the sweet Valentine's gift she gave me. Hey, Rina? So this might be a weird thing to ask, but when it comes to fashion, you love brand name stuff, right? No, not really. I just feel like, considering the stuff she sent me for Valentine's Day, it'd be a bad look for me if I didn't reciprocate with something of similar value. I could get her some nice jewelry or something, but I have no idea what brands women her age are into. Oh, I have an idea. Let me go ask my girlfriend, you know, what to get this girl as a return gift for something she gave me for Valentine's Day. I'm sure that'll go over fucking great. I was wondering what brands you're into. Yeah, I'm the same way. Oh yeah? In other words, she might not like it if she can't pick it out herself. Oh, no reason. I was just curious. I come to think of it, it's pretty popular. Meaning she must have a ton of fans. You must get gifts from your fans all the time, right? It's mainly because they can live out their fantasy of like, oh, if I send Rino Gata enough gifts, she'll love me, and then she'll pick me, and then we'll be in love forever and get married and yada yada. They're just sick in the head. They really are amazing. Huh? They aren't exactly the same? If you respect someone and want them to succeed, doesn't that mean you care about them? Oh yeah, damn, crazy. You say that and blood just starts seeping out of, like, Toya's mouth. Yeah, you have a point. Yeah, you know, like a friend or a peer or, you know, maybe a secret admirer. Ooh, who knows? No way. She wants one of the most natural things in the world. Another totally mundane experience that she misses out on because of her fame. You would think that someone like her, who seemingly has it all, would wish for something so extraordinarily ordinary. She really must have forgotten where she is if she's blurting out something like that. If you heard that remark without knowing who said it, you'd probably think she was being sarcastic. But she's being completely honest. Okay, I know just the thing. That'll spoil the surprise. I'm just thinking about what I can surprise her with, considering White Day is next month. There's one thing I'm good at. It's picking out the perfect present, no matter who it's for. Just the exact type of thing that would make the recipient fall for the giver. Alright, Mr. Ladies Man. Someone's calling. Yes, this is Fuji speaking. Rina? What, you think like it's her fucking mom calling or some secret sister she has? I already told you it's fine. I'm always happy when you go out of your way to call. I mean, for someone with some social anxiety, that is probably one of the hardest things in the world. I've gotten over that as I've gotten older, but before, like, I would have to hype myself up, like, all fucking day if I was gonna make a phone call to someone, like, I wasn't really, you know, familiar with. Like, fuck, even calling to, like, make a dentist appointment, I'd, like, put that off for, like, 2 days. So I'd be like, I don't want to do it, man. But, you know, you live, you learn, you do things enough time, you get acclimated to it. And then, you know, it's back of your hand stuff. It's not the action of calling itself that's hard, it's finding the time. On that note, the usual background commotion I'm used to hearing is noticeably absent. Where are you calling from today? Work? Oh? Are you at AG's studio? She giggles in amusement. Yeah. I guess things are becoming more than she can handle. And as much as Rina says she's used to the stress, her recording schedule has remained basically the same since before the crunch time even started. Growing increasingly concerned for their mental health, especially knowing they tend to keep their complaints to themselves. Oh yeah, you're showing a lot of concern for your girlfriend's mental health by fucking making out and making googly eyes at her best friend while you completely sideline and ignore her. I'm sure it's like not #1 top priority for you. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am, I guess. You know, just someone always trying to do the best by people, you know? I can hear a laugh from the other end of the line. Not sure what to say. I don't really get it no matter how I view the situation, so this is the best I can do. It's like I know I should do something, but everything's there, happening somewhere else, so I find myself at a complete loss. No, well, it's just... sorry. Still not sure what to do. I find myself apologizing instead. She chuckles, but doesn't pry further. Tomorrow? Tomorrow, huh? Yeah, I'm free. Oh, sure. Need my AD experience again? No, I think she just needs your D experience, bro. Before she can continue, I hear what sounds like someone calling her name from the background. Now, the real question is, when there's inevitably, you know, the big emotional climax at the end, how's Yuki gonna take this? Is she just gonna be the type that fucking, like, rolls over and she's like, oh, well, I guess if it makes you happy. And then that's that? Or, you know, are we gonna get, like, a cat fight? You know, some real fucking fists of fury? Probably not. But, hey, you know, could always be a twist. She then hangs up. From the sound of it, at least from her perspective, doesn't seem like whatever's going on is that urgent. To be fair, I've noticed Rina has kind of an anxious personality. She talks about relationship problems between Yuki and me like they affect her directly. She takes it surprisingly personally. The problem exists between me, Yuki, and by proximity, AG. How exactly does Rina fit into the equation? I know her overprotectiveness regarding the safety of her relationship is at a concern for us. AG suddenly doting on Yuki could mess with the already precarious producer-artist relationship, causing a huge scandal. There could be a legitimate reason why she's as concerned as she is. But is that truly what's motivating her right now? I mean, realistically, like, even before, you know, we were fucking making out in secret and sending each other Valentine's gifts, she did consider you just like a regular friend, and Yuki is her friend. And, you know, AG's her brother, and that would cause some pretty some emotional turbulence right there, you know? Like, oh, my brother that I love is trying to hit on my friend who is, you know, the girlfriend of my other friend. And, you know, that's not good. She's like, this is just bad. And then, you know, to make matters worse, she's like, as I'm also, you know, kissing her boyfriend behind her back, like, absolute fucking shit show going on there with, like, the relationship chart. Like, Venn diagrams, you know, it's like non-fucking fucking Euclidean geometry, even though I'm pretty sure that just means it's on like a 3D sphere. From my understanding, you know, Euclidean geometry is just like 2D flat plane, and like non-Euclidean is just like if you drew a triangle on a globe. What did I say? A triangle on a globe? I feel like I fucking flubbed that. Anyway, if that's true, I don't know, man. I capped out at trigonometry in high school. I didn't even take pre-calc. Like, that shit, it's all Greek to me, baby. Literally, because there's a lot of Greek characters in calculus. See what I did there? That was a funny joke. Math joke. Part of me wonders if I've been laboring under some huge misunderstanding. I have no idea what's really going on. It's incredibly frustrating. All I can do is wait until tomorrow. I stop by the reception desk when I arrive, and I'm told to head straight over to Rina's green room. Knock, knock. Morning. Rina walks over to greet me, already wearing her stage outfit. It's not that early, I say, smiling brightly. Considering she's already dressed and ready to go, I wonder how long she's been here. We're close enough to the music festival that she probably doesn't have much time to waste. Nothing. But what's going on? I wasn't expecting you to get in touch with me so soon after last time. She discreetly glances over towards the back of the green room, in the direction of the slightly chubby lady who's working as a current manager. She's flipping through paperwork, acting like she can't hear anything. Then, not wanting anyone to overhear, bizarre, she whispers. And yet, her angelic smile remains undisturbed on her lips. Okay. Feeling like I'm getting nowhere, I simply nod. Nice sip of cold coffee. You know, I just made the most life-changing purchase of my entire life. It should be here tomorrow. I got a USB-powered mug warmer for my desk. So that way when I'm recording or just playing games or something, I can pour a cup of coffee, put it down on the hot plate for like half an hour, pick it up, and wow, I still have warm coffee. What a wild concept. I don't need it to be scalding hot. I like my coffee warm, and right now it's room temperature. You know, cold porcelain mug. Well, it's not really porcelain. I don't even know what this is. Ceramic? I don't know. Whatever they make normal coffee mugs out of, it's that ambient temperature, you know, you get it out of the cupboard, you know, temperature coffee. It's not great. It's not what it's supposed to be served at, and, you know, you can tell that the quality goes down. Even though it's just fucking Folgers, I think. Whichever one comes in the red little fucking tin. That one. I want to say it's Folgers. I got no idea, really. I don't pay much attention. Coffee's coffee, man. Anyway, what were you saying, Rina? With that, her shoot begins. She never shows even a hint of exhaustion or fatigue in the green room or on stage. Recording in progress. Thanks for not making me have to add any subtitles to the video this time. Now that I've done it before and I kind of have, you know, an understanding of what I'm supposed to do, if there's like a big music festival scene again where she has, you know, some recorded lines, I can try to find the song lyrics and throw them in. It'll definitely be a late episode if I do that, but I feel like it does, you know, raise the overall production quality. The recording finishes amid a chorus of voices congratulating each other on a job well done. It's weird. To have a superstar of her caliber, someone with whom my only interaction was once through a TV screen and a set of speakers, stand in front of me, beaming happily. I've always imagined her like an expensive doll created by the entertainment industry, and yet she's a completely different in person. That angelic smile of hers is the same as how it looks through the camera lens, and it's very different. There's a warmth to it. Though I still don't feel like my mind has captured the entirety of it perfectly. I almost said of its perfection, and like, yeah, that would also be right. Gotta actually read the words on the screen. Never felt this way when I saw her on TV or in a magazine, but every time I see her smile in person like this, I just want to see more of her. To know more about her. What does she like to do in her free time? What kind of hobbies does she have? What kind of stuff does she like? What does she hate? What's most important to her right now? And what does she look for in a partner? Just making fucking googly eyes at you. And yet she still smiles at me as if she's nothing more than an ordinary girl. He's got brain worms. Of course. I laugh along with her as I hand her a water bottle. Man, I'm just flubbing my words all over today. It was way too late for me to bring up something like this. That I truly adore this side of her more than the other. Yep, no more handshakes. She says, taking a sip from the water bottle. Huh? Till last year, I never would have thought I could have made her laugh like this. Never could have imagined the two of us would be joking around like this. It's about time for the crew to start tearing down the set and cleaning up. Right here? Like, the studio? I'm fine, of course. Yep. And then she gives me a troubled smile. What, are we like gonna go make out in the broom closet? The recording studio is dark, aside from a few spotlights here and there. Rina quietly approaches me, still standing next to the makeshift stage. Oh, sure. We sit down on a pair of folding chairs. They're unstable and creak loudly, even in the soundproofed room. Yuki's still struggling, huh? Great. Great place to bring up your girlfriend. I feel like I have to start the conversation by saying something, and that's what comes out. But part of me wonders if I should have started with something a little more sympathetic towards Rina herself. Her expression clouds over as she speaks. Yeah, she's a very literal kind of person. Earnest. She gets pretty extreme sometimes. Before she can finish, she abruptly cuts herself off. But I know what she's about to say. She's not me. That's what she stopped herself from saying. She softly apologizes, catching that look of realization on my face.
ちゃんとできるかもしれないのに。
There's no doubt that, despite how close they may have grown, there's still a rivalry between them. She laughs as if remembering that fact.
そうよね。本当にごめんなさい。ユキ、才能あるから。
But to me, even that smile of hers is painful. It's no longer her usual perfect smile.
だから兄さん、ユキのことあんなに好きになったのね。
Eiji has?
ごめんなさい、東也くん。おかしなこと言って。でも、
Yeah, you know, oh look, a person who's like dependent on me in order for them to grow. Perfect.
本気で好き
You
に
know,
なって。
that way I can feel emotionally powerful in this relationship. Huh? Try to speak, but no words come out.
私はダメ。兄さん、もう私のこと見てくれないもの。ユキとはずっとフェアな立場にいたかったけれど、もうダメみたい。
What do you mean?
今だけよ。こんな風に脚光を浴びていられるの。だって兄さん、もうユキのことしか見ていないんだもの。
Oh, that's not true. Sorry. But I really don't think that's true at all.
のんきね。それとも、ユキは裏切ったりしない？
Ah, well. That's not what I meant. Frog in my throat. Unspeakable frustration squeezes my chest painfully tight. She's wrong. I think Yuki's working as hard as she can so that she can get to the same level as Rina. To level the playing field. Besides, the only person I'm suspicious of is...
ユキは裏切らなくとも、兄さんは裏切るわ。
Words leave me speechless with shock.
結局、妹なんて一番力のない立場なの。
Well, you can take this crowbar and fucking beat his legs.
どんなに頑張ったって、他の女の人が出てきたらそれでおしまい。私、こんなに頑張ったのに。
Rina. Her shoulders are shaking, unable to hold back her emotions any longer. Several small tears drop from her big, beautiful eyes onto her stage outfit. I think you've got it all wrong. Didn't make it this far in the industry on Eiji's name alone, you know. But all she does is tremble silently. She looks as powerless as Yuki did when she first made her debut. I don't think what's going on between them is anything close to love. And yet, I'm not 100% confident in that fact. Yeah, because she'd probably say the same thing about you, and then here you are, you know, fucking macking on her best friend. Like, at least, maybe? I don't know. Are you technically your best friend? I know you're friends, but we're not too familiar with Yuki's, you know, interpersonal relationships. Doesn't really seem like she has any other friends besides you now that her work's really kicked off, so. I don't doubt Yuki, but I still can't bring myself to state that with any amount of certainty.
悪かったわね。恋愛なんて私、知らないもの。
She suddenly jumps to her feet, glaring at me. Her teardrops scatter, vanishing under the bright glow of the spotlight.
誰かを好きになるなんて、私、そんな余裕、全然。
Rina.
ごめんなさい、東也くん。私、こんなこと言うつもりじゃ。
Yeah, you know, we're really disillusioned with you now, you know, seeing how emotional you are. And then she hugs me desperately. As she clings to me, trembling softly, there's no sign of the superstar I'm used to seeing on TV. She's nothing more than a fragile young girl, unable to hold herself together, scared and confused by imaginary delusions. A girl who's donned the larger-than-life persona of Rina Ogata for so long, and been completely exhausted by it.
ごめんなさい、東也くん。ごめんなさい。
She apologizes over and over. Rina, it's really okay. I've enjoyed all the time we spent together, I promise. She slowly looks up into my face.
そう？
Yes, I'm always happy when I'm with you, Rina. But what about you? Did you have fun?
わからない。でも、ひょっとしたら楽しかったのかもしれない。今までお話でしか知らなかった恋愛を すごく近いものに見られて。
Yeah? If that's true, then she was basically stringing me along without either of us being fully aware of it.
初めはユキに打ち込むようになっていく兄さんが面白くないだけだったのに、そのうちになんだかトウヤくんといることが面白くなっちゃって。
I chuckle awkwardly, unsure how I should react to her words. As long as she had fun, then that doesn't sound too bad. I'll take amusement over the alternative any day. But she quickly interrupts me.
そんなのダメよ。
Yeah, we shouldn't have made out. That was probably a bad move in retrospect.
単純に私がそういうことに疎くて無防備だっただけに過ぎないんだから。そんなバカバカしい理由で私ユキからトウヤくん取り上げられないもの。
Yeah, he kind of skipped over the steps from like, oh, you know, a little interested straight into head over heels with like no fucking ramp up, just like all of a sudden, whoop, completely inverted. She slowly pulls back.
だからごめんなさい。大丈夫。音楽祭が終わったらユキには無理にでもトウヤくんのところに行かせるようにするから。
Why are you doing this? I murmur almost pleadingly as she distances herself. Now that I've realized how much I care for her, the last thing I want is for her to leave me. Yeah, just be my side bitch. Like, come on, it's fine. A few months ago, I would have never imagined us being this close. She was always that larger-than-life figure on the TV, never the ordinary girl by my side.
どうしてって私トウヤくんのこと好きだから。
And, as she speaks those words that I'd never realized I'd hoped to hear, she suddenly snaps back to reality.
ユキを一人きりにさせるなんてできな
Well,
いでしょ。
it's too painful for me to listen to her speak anymore.
私と同じになってそんなこと
Rina.
やめて。何も言わないで。聞きたくないわ。
But, Rina,
言わないで。ユキのところに戻って。
Go on, get out of here, you stupid animal! Despite the tears streaming down her face, she regained her former dignity. Her charisma that's so prominent on the TV screen.
出なかったらトウヤくん。私絶対あなたのことを恋人にしちゃうから。
Oh yeah, sure, just dangle that little bait on the hook right in front of him and be like, no, stop, don't take the bait. Yes.
尾形里奈の恋人なんて烙印を押されちゃうのよ。
Oh, terrible. What a cursed fate.
アイドル尾形里奈の恋人だってとてもまともじゃいられないわ。いいのそれで。
Yeah, but I'd be marrying into money. She's not expecting me to give her an answer. Instead, her shoulders slump once more.
だから。
No, really, this is the perfect solution to our problem, you know. I break up with Yuki, go out with you, then it's no problem if Eiji's dating Yuki. It's a win-win. Just completely take Yuki's feelings out of the equation and everything's fine.
本当に楽しかった。
On paper, it's the perfect plan. I see nothing going wrong whatsoever. With that, she heads straight for the studio doors. She passes by the yellow circle in the middle of the floor created by the spot laid overhead. What should I do? What can I do? Oh, not let her go. I pushed up, you fucking shitty controller. Was it fucking inverted controls? Wait, Rina! I kick over the two folding chairs as hard as I can before chasing after her. Okay, don't know why you had to do that, but sure. Rina, I need you to know how I feel. But I can't finish. Instead, we simply stand there in the dark, my arms wrapped tightly around her from behind. She doesn't resist, but I can feel her body stiffen noticeably, almost painfully.
どうしてこんなことするの？
Because you're cuter than my girlfriend. She murmurs on the verge of tears.
楽しいことなんて何もないんだから。
Bitch, all we do is stay home in our room. You know, anything's better than that. At least maybe we get to go, like, on tour with you. I'm ready for that.
それに、トヤ君、ユキは。
Who? I close my eyes once more. It's even harder for her to say those words than it is for me to hear them. I'm ready for that too. I steel myself before reopening my eyes. Rina's right in front of me, blushing furiously, her eyes downcast. I love you, Rina. I forced myself to finish what I had struggled to say earlier.
トヤ君、本当にバカなんだから。
I watch as she turns away from me in the dark. And then, a moment later, she's clinging to my chest, too embarrassed to look me in the face.
本当にバカ。
Like, oh yeah, the tabloids are gonna eat this shit the fuck up. It's gonna be a bloodbath. She murmurs once more before pressing her lips against mine. Oh. Drop the remote control for my lights. First kiss is light and hesitant. But once our lips part, we look into each other's eyes. Longing in my heart quickly becomes unbearable to the point where I can't think straight. All I can do is hold back a bittersweet sigh before kissing her again, this time more forcefully. My hands on her shoulders slowly move around towards her back. Our embrace is illuminated by the unreliable spotlight. Well, if it's unreliable, then why the fuck is it up there? You know, it should be a reliable spotlight. You know, we're in a fucking professional setting. Like, come on. Still dressed in her stage outfit, she looks like a fairy. Okay. I want to be with you, Rina. Now and forever. She gives a slight nod. She wants to close the distance between us, right here, right now. And just fuck Raw Dog on the floor like some animals. I have this strong feeling that if we're to step out from the spotlight in the studio, I'll never be able to see her again. Even if our paths did eventually cross, any chance that our relationship would be gone forever. I'd go back to my world, and she'd return to hers. That's what I'm afraid of, more than anything. Are you sure? She sounds embarrassed, her answer almost too faint to hear. I embrace her once more, having barely been able to wait to hear her say it. Her outfit sticks to her sweat-drenched skin. I find myself enveloped in her sweet scent. Our combined shadows grow darker.
トヤ君。
She says, seemingly on the verge of tears. Huh?
なんでもない。
Is she scared? Just the thought crosses my mind.
トヤ君、
She once again shouts my name.
笑わないでね。私、こういうのって初めて。
Ah, you're fine. Huh?
トヤ君が思っていたのと違うかもしれないけれど。
What, you're just a complete fucking mess in bed? That's fine. We can work on that. As she desperately blurts out excuses, her cheeks only grow redder.
格好悪いわね。
With tears shining in the corners of her eyes, she looks up at me, laughing, blushing furiously. Everyone's first time is scary. Words immediately bring me back down to earth and able to see past them. Her being able to admit her fear is an undeniable sign of courage. I've been scared this whole time, see? I show her my hand. It trembles faintly. That's not all. My heart is beating so hard that it feels like my entire body is pulsating. I didn't fall in love with the manufactured, excessively exaggerated package wrapped around her. So, I'm convinced this will be okay. We'll make love in this space that transcends her public image. Oh, so you are just gonna, like, right here. All right. Not even gonna take her back to your room? Are you sure it's okay for us to do this here?
平気。
She's clinging to my arm, desperately trying to keep herself upright. And I found myself loving her from the bottom of my heart. I chuckled lightly before kissing her skin once more. taste the slightest hint of her sweat. And the taste of makeup and perfume. You ever like really start, you know, getting like in the corner of that like neck and collarbone, you know, a real intimate like, and it's just like, blah, 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 just like big mouthful of like perfume. It's like, oh, like gotta wash my mouth out real quick. Give me a sec, babe. Rina, I love you. Well, you know, I have. I don't know about you guys though. You know, look at what we're reading. You know, target audience here. Woo. I've seen my demographics. I whisper before slowly lowering myself down on top of her. She softly closes her eyes. It's the sign that she's okay with everything. I've long since lost track of the time, but the heat begins to build up. The scratch marks she's been making on my back and arms sting slightly with my sweat. A faint glow appears in the corner of my vision. A small spotlight in the middle of the room. She runs her fingers through my hair, playing with the locks slowly as I stare absently at the ceiling. Rina. She smiles as she lazily twirls the strand of my hair around her finger, bathed in the artificial light that suits her so well. She looks larger than life. Almost as if the lighting had been set up specifically for us, for this moment. A dazzling spotlight, illuminating all her flaws. There's a good chance Rina will continue to be trapped in her harsh glow, prisoner on full display. But I'm ready for that. Not afraid to be trapped in that cage with her. If she hadn't managed to wander off as far as she had by herself, I'd be there with her, no matter where that may be. If she hadn't managed to wander off as far as she had by herself, I'd be there with her. Okay. I swear it. Sure. We quietly get to our feet before heading to the exit. Yeah, let's go find some Febreze. I was about to say air the place out, but you know, we're kind of like enclosed. There's no windows to open. I guess just set up like a big fan. You know, they gotta have those around here. Like, look at this setting. Like the big standing fans, like the ones that are like 4 feet tall and like 4 feet wide, you know, the real big circular fans. Kind of disperse that funk. Yeah. This time I'm the one who chuckles in wry amusement. Seeing her blush slightly, I wrap my arms around her before gently ruffling her hair. She tilts her head in my direction, wanting me to coddle her more. We stay like that in the studio for a few moments longer. Once we leave this room, we'll go back to our original relationship, top idol Rina Ogata and part-time nameless kid. But right now... Of course. Now, it feels like an entirely different scenario has been set into motion. The two of us walk through the door. So you're just gonna sidestep, you know, off-screen hand wave like, oh yeah, we handled everything with Yuki, yada yada yada, don't worry about it. Banana phone. Yes, this is Fuji speaking. Yeah, hey Yuki. What's up? Yuki. I'm temporarily dumbfounded. Huh? Why are you calling now? The music festival, a fairly significant event for her, is tomorrow. It's so important that she's been locked up in Eiji's studio for days preparing for it. Are you on break or something? Your place? Like your apartment? What's going on? Don't tell me Eiji let you go home.
事があるんだ。
What? Seriously? Eiji's the one who's usually in charge of her work schedule. What is he thinking? Making her come in when she's busy getting ready.
ちょっとしたインタビュー番組みたい。あさっての音楽祭のこととか。
Okay?
いろいろなこととか。なんかそんなことを話したりとかするみたい。
Weirdly evasive? I don't know for sure, but it sounds like he wants you to seem like you're all ready for the festival with time to spare, like a warm-up match before the actual competition. Or in other words, a cheap trick that can only rightfully be called a bluff.
そうなのかな。
Well, seems pretty obvious, don't you think? Like something Eiji would come up with. Yuki chuckles awkwardly in response.
でね、トウヤくん、これも結構急な話だったから、いつも私についててくれる AD さん、別のお仕事が入ってるみたいなの。
You called to see if I could step in.
うん。
Damn, Yuki, always coming to me with your problems, you know.
ごめんなさい。
Never just, hey, fucking Toya, how's it going? Hey, how was your day? No, it's always I need something from you, you know? God damn.
慣れない AD さんについててもらうよりは、トウヤくんにそばにいてもらった方が能率が上がるって弥生さんも言ってたし。
I guess Yoi doesn't really have a problem with us in this timeline, because, you know, we're not, you know, quote-unquote hindering Yuki's work. Yoi seems to approve of our relationship, or at least our working one.
久しぶりにリナちゃんと一緒に映れるんだ。ちょっと楽しみ。
Rina?
うん、一緒だよ。
She answers cheerfully, seemingly oblivious to the vague note of surprise in my voice.
私、リナちゃんと一緒の番組に出るときとかって
Says like pale face starting to sweat, you know, getting nauseous. Yuki.
まだファンのままっていうか、実力が違いすぎるなんてのもあるんだけど、リナちゃんってすごく大人だなって。
Really gonna break it to her over the phone? Yuki, listen to me. I want you to listen to me, please. I need to apologize to you about something. Yet I can't seem to even speak a single word. I have to tell her. There's no way I can continue like this without her knowing. I want her to know, but at the same time, I also don't really want to tell her about it.
もうこんな時間なんだ。尾形さんに早く寝なさいって言われたのに。
In the end, I remained silent, not saying anything at all.
じゃあ、トウヤくん、明日来られそう？
Huh? Yeah.
よかった。じゃあ、明日はいつものテレビ局でね。弥生さんに言えばわかると思うから。
I do. It's not as if seeing Yuki won't be awkward. All I want to do is run as far away from the situation as possible. It seems unfair to leave her in the dark. Considering what I've done, it makes sense to tell her everything sooner rather than later. Yep, rip off that band-aid. Even if it makes her miserable, even if she ends up hating me for what I've done. And it is sad, but I can't let her keep chasing after me like this without saying something. The whole situation is sad, and yet... Well, time to go.
トウヤくん。
Huh? I turn towards the sound of the voice calling my name and find Rina smiling at me. The smile of a sweet young girl, not the one she reserves for the TV cameras. Real smile, the one only a few select ever get to see. Rina.
今日もここでアルバイト？
Yeah.
ユキのところで？
She asked with incredible smoothness. It's almost like the question itself is unimportant, that it doesn't faze her at all. That all she's doing is asking about a friend. Yeah. I answer her honestly, only causing my own grief to grow stronger. Yep, just helping Yuki with some work stuff. For some reason, I find myself being very upfront. Probably because I've realized any more meaningless evasion on my end will only hurt myself.
そう。篠塚さんなら向こうにいたわよ。
maybe wait till after the cameras are done rolling to tell her? She points back down the hall. Thanks.
じゃあお仕事頑張ってね。
Oh, but she's gonna be the hardest working day of work in his life. Rina. I gently stop her. She's about to leave. I'm sorry about the other day.
ごめんって
The other day. I desperately repeat myself, hoping she'll understand.
いいの私平気だから。
Yeah? Or her expression brightens in order to reassure me. The stronger my love for her grows. Everything's okay body-wise?
大丈夫。
Not walking a little funny? And then she peers up into my face.
ちょっとだけ
Or, yeah.
辛かったかな。
Get some weird fucking bruises for, doing it on the concrete floor? Like a little, what is it, like bodily mechanics are involved. I forget. The word's not coming to my brain right now, Anyway. Yeah, that would be a little painful, huh? She says, smiling shyly.
でももう私平気だから。ほらもう行かなきゃ。篠塚さんが待っているわよ。彼女って時間には厳しいんじゃないの？
Yeah, she is. I force myself to act flustered. Seeing that reaction, she smiles back, looking somewhat relieved.
じゃあまたね、東也くん。
Yep, see ya. She's gone. I wonder how and in what way we'll meet again. I'm not worried or anxious in the slightest. In the absence of those emotions, I feel...
悲しいものですね。
Huh? It's Yayoi. How long have you been there?
藤井さんがいらっしゃる予定の時刻からです。
Oh, sorry. I guess that means I'm late. Did she overhear my conversation with Rina? Hey, Yayoi?
はい。
But I have absolutely no idea how to talk to her about or what I should even say. Plus, the person I really need to talk to is Yuki.
本日はユキさんにはあまりお話をしていただきたくはありません。
Oh, we're gonna fucking throw her entire life upside down. Huh? You always completely dry eyes catch mine.
今がどんな時期か藤井さんもご存知でしょ？
Yes, but I know very well. At the same time, can't keep using that as an excuse to sneak around behind Yuki's back.
今はあなたが何かをおっしゃる時期ではございません。
Yeah, with your messy love life affairs. But does Yayoi know about what happened between Rina and me?
あの方たちはご自分の決心で解決なさります。お分かりですか？
No. I actually do understand what she's trying to say. But if I agree with her, I'll be at risk of destroying everything. Yet I can't help but feel guilty putting most of this on Rina and Yuki.
参りましょう藤井さん。ご自分の仕事に専念なさってください。
Of course. Okay. That's fine. I'll happily go along with whatever decision the girls make. I don't care how cowardly that makes me look. Yep, they're having the fucking custody battle ladder match, instead of like the briefcase with like the fucking court documents. It's just you hanging from a rope. Somehow we managed to get everything done. Though I'm more concerned about Rina and Yuki, who still have to work while preparing for a major event like the music festival. Their tendency to downplay their own fatigue can only go so far. With my work done for the day, I want to see Rina before I head home. I have to discuss with her what I'm going to tell Yuki. Yeah, it's like, from a girl's perspective, how would you want this to be broached? Like obviously, there's no good way to do this, but what's the best bad way to do this? Huh? Well, she's not in the green room. Oh, that's weird. Where'd she go? Or did she just go and tell Yuki herself? I search every nook and cranny where they might be, but the girls are nowhere to be found. Either they already went home, or there was more work to do. Just as the thought crosses my mind, a taller guy approaches me from the opposite direction.
やあ、勤労青年。今日もお疲れ様だな。
Oh, Eiji. Were you just with Rina?
リナ、あれに何か用事？
No, not exactly. I explain how I'm just looking for her so I can say goodbye before I head out.
ますますご苦労様だな。藤井君はいつもそんな風にまめやかなのか？
Yeah, just the professional thing to say. Don't want to just give the old Irish goodbye and disappear out the back door. I don't think saying goodbye is anything special.
へえ、最近いないタイプの男だよな、藤井君って。なるほど。妹が気に入るわけだ。
Yeah, so devoted to your job. The consummate professional. I wouldn't go that far. Memories of the other day suddenly spring to mind, making me decidedly uncomfortable.
だけど、それはそれで辛いぞ、青年。
Now, do those memories in this situation kind of like put you at half staff or like shrivel you up? The emotional turmoil of it all.
ああ、とても辛いぞ。
Does he know? Uh-huh. For a moment, his expression darkens in a way that almost makes me think he can read my mind. He knows exactly what happened between me and Rina.
あ、リナだったな。
Well, yeah, that studio probably echoes quite a bit, though I'd imagine they're soundproofed. So, well, I know they said it was soundproofed, but they said soundproof stage. I don't know, in this case, the stage includes that whole studio. Like, what's the breakdown here? Wait, is she still in the studio? Is she finishing up work or something?
まあ、残ってるって言えば残っているかな。すごくでかい仕事が。
What the hell am I doing? How can I head home when she still has mountains of work to take care of?
ユキちゃんも一緒だぜ。
The two of them are together? My heart suddenly begins to hammer in my chest.
どうかしたか、青年。
Nothing. I'll go check on them. But just as I'm about to slip past him down the hall. A heavy, muffled thud resonates from deep inside my stomach, followed by intense, paralyzing pain. My legs buckle and I lean against the wall for support. As I went to pass him, Eiji jabbed his fist on the center of my stomach. Eiji? What was that for? But he'd already turned away, moving down the hall without another look back.
リナと一緒にいたいんだろう。覚悟はしてなきゃな。
Eiji. I can barely manage to get to my feet. He couldn't have punched you that hard. Look at him. He's a little fucking scrawny dude. Like, sure, he might be tall, but, he is a lanky motherfucker. I'm surprised he didn't break his arm punching you. Barely managed to get to my feet.
行けよ、青年。そうするんだろ。
Eiji, let me explain.
喋ってる場合か。
Yeah.
行けって。傷害罪で捕まりたくないからな。
I can see his shoulders trembling faintly.
言っておくが、変な口出しはするな。君のしなきゃならんの。
Yeah, you just gotta be the kid quietly standing in the corner while, the parents are fighting. He leaves me with those parting words, quickly walking out of sight. So much I wanted to say about Yuki, Rina, and Eiji and myself. But my feet were already carrying me down the hall in the opposite direction. Going right now. And from behind me.
辛い仕事だけどな。
I hear his voice speak those words. To be fair, he has, it's kind of fucked of him that, he was hitting on our girlfriend, but, he's like, it makes sense. He's a little mad, He's like, so you're breaking up with the girl I love to date my sister instead. How fucking dare you hurt Yuki like that? Like, you fucking piece of shit. And while it's like, there's a part in there where it's like, wait a minute, Yuki's my girlfriend, but that doesn't make it any better. It's like, two wrongs don't make a right, but also, it's kind of justified for him to be a little mad. Just a little. I know that was kind of messed up and jumbled and convoluted there, but so is this whole situation. You get what I mean. I quietly enter the studio from the garage. Same one as I slept with Rina the other day. A single spotlight shines down faintly from the other side of the darkness, as if the crew had somehow forgotten to turn off just that one. Spot two figures standing within that ring of light, like a scene from some fancy stage production. It's Yuki and Rina. Still dressed in their stage costumes, glow from the light makes them look like fairies straight out of Wonderland. Yep. Make your pick! I hear Yuki ask. She seems to be at a loss, the smile on her face clearly forced. Rina says, her voice incredibly calm. Yeah, it's real serious. How dare you seduce him, you hussy. She's still calm, but the authority in her face is enough to make the clearly bewildered Yuki shut up. You sure? You said you've never felt these emotions before, but, you know, you have nothing to compare them against. Alright. Yeah, she googled it. She pauses for a moment. Time freezes. Only thing I can hear is the sound of Yuki's gasp of shock. And then Rina continues. In fact, you're standing on the cum stain. Yep. Before she can finish, try crack echoes loudly in the dark studio. Can't believe what I just saw. Yuki slapped Rina. Yuki asks Rina, her eyes overflowing with tears. Rina presses a hand against her cheek, her head hung sadly and silently. What can I say? She's a selfish woman. Rina's voice echoes quietly once more. Yeah, it's revenge for stealing my brother's attention away from me, you bitch. So I ruined your relationship as revenge for infatuating my brother against your will. She looks over at the other girl, and I notice tears shining in her own eyes. This time, Rina raises her hand impulsively, bringing it down against Yuki's cheek. I don't know, Rina. You're on some fucking shaky ground here, you know. Yuki's pretty justified in everything here. It took him, bitch. She had him first. What do you mean? Large teardrops spill, one after the other, from her beautiful eyes. And I can see every individual one thanks to the harsh illumination from the spotlight. But that painfully sharp sound echoes out once more. Yuki slaps Rina in the face again, not even bothering to wipe away her own tears. It's over in less than a second. And yet it still feels almost impossibly long. Instead of passing by like normal, time seems to slow to an unbearable crawl, like struggling to move through molasses. Yuki bursts into loud, echoing sobs. And then she bolts from the spotlight, leaving Rina behind in the harsh glow, running towards the emergency exit door on the other side of the room. Woo! That was rough, huh? Rina remains standing there, her head hung sadly. I figure I should go out and comfort her. Then I suddenly remember something. Eiji's parting words as he walked off earlier. It's a hard job. I quietly murmured to myself. He was right. It really is an unbearably hard job. I could easily walk over to her and comfort her. It's not my job. Being the object of affection of two different women. So I wait. I wait for her to walk out of the studio, pretending like I'm completely oblivious to what just happened.
あら、トウヤくん、待っていてくれたの？
When she appears, she's smiling her usual smile, equal parts kind and confident. And that perfect smile seems to say her eyes are shining with anything but tears. No, it's not that I was waiting for you. I just want to say goodbye before I headed on home.
そうだったの。トウヤくん真面目すぎるわよ。私なんか構わないで帰っちゃってもよかったのに。
She laughs. The sound is somehow so perfect in every way that I can't help but stare at her. I can't do this. No matter how perfect her smile is, or rather, the more perfect it is, the less perfect mine becomes.
トウヤくん？
Tears begin spilling from my eyes despite the smile on my face. And then I hug her. I hug her tighter than she wanted to hug me.
どうしたの、トウヤくん？急にそんな。
Yeah, you're being weird. She softly pulls back from me, smiling sadly. I'm sorry. Actually, never mind. It's nothing. I just really hope you do well at the music festival. That's all.
頑張るから。
Words take on so many meanings. When she says she'll do her best, she means in so many ways, including with herself, Yuki, Eiji, and even with me. That smile on her face is no longer perfect. It's the same ordinary smile Yuki used to show me, full of anxiety and grief, but also a hint of reassurance. You should get going. I'm pretty sure Eiichi's waiting for you. Man, that's gonna be an awkward car ride home, huh? And then she turns and walks down the hall. Seems like forever since she vanished from view. It's almost like I'm too far flawed to compare to her own perfection. But let's not dwell on that right now. The more perfect she becomes in my eyes, the more I end up locking her away. All I can do is keep being myself, no matter how painful that may be. Give me a sec. Restroom time. And cut. All right. 3, 2, 1. And back. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, that's right. Ignoring our girlfriend. I ended up heading home without saying goodbye to Yuki first. And though my heart felt heavy with guilt over doing so, knowing what happened, I decided it was better for us not to see each other. Well, I guess those high emotions extend to me, too. I'm included in this train wreck of a night. I wonder if this is what Yayoi meant when she talked about making up their minds. Almost painfully sad. Yeah, just be careful, you know, Yuki didn't tell Yayoi to, like, run you over with her car when you fucking left. found myself going on an aimless stroll around town. There's no one besides me as I walk down the mock cobblestone pavement. You know, besides, like, the 7 people I see on screen right now. Or is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. There's a woman in the far distance there that I didn't notice in, like, the brown kind of gray coat. Just me and myself. As I pass by a store, I hear a voice singing from inside. One of Rina's songs. This place always plays her music. The song is a slightly mature-sounding slow ballad. Rina. I murmur her name softly. Grand prize winner of the music festival ended up being Rina Ogata. Sweet Rina. Though Yuki wasn't that far behind, with a considerable gap between her and the person in third. Anyways, she finished on top, and I haven't seen her since. I haven't been able to simply congratulate her since she won first place. Oh, you were talking about Rina? I thought you meant Yuki. Like, oh yeah, maybe you should go see Yuki and you know, actually, you know, in person, you know, fully, you know, put a little bow on your, what used to be your relationship. You know, it seems like it'd only be fair to her, but hey, you know, you do you, I guess. Which, to be fair, isn't surprising. But I'm still happy for the time we shared. That I was able to be part of her world for only a few days. I'm incredibly happy, yet it's also a lie. A complete, bold-faced lie. I want to be with Rina so badly. It might be nice, but there's no way I could ever be that understanding. All I want right now is to break down crying without caring who's watching.
ごめんなさい。
I was standing there completely zoned out when a girl who suddenly stepped out of the store walks into me. Oh, no, it's fine. I'm the one who should be sorry. I bow my head in apology.
トウヤ君。
Oh, hey. Yuki. We hadn't seen each other since the music festival, so to run into here of all places. Run into her here. I kind of fucking mushed those two together in my brain. Doing okay?
どうかした？
So how's the weather? Oh, Arka's here too.
あれ？トウヤだ。
Yeah, you know, the fucking piece of shit. Hey.
あら、藤井君。
Oh man, your friend group must fucking hate you right now. Yikes! You're here too, Misaki. I think about it. It's been a while since I saw everyone, not just Yuki. Yeah, since the prologue. In fact, feels like forever since we last ran into each other.
私たちこれから喫茶店にでも行こうかって話してたんだけど。
Nice of you to extend the invitation, but it's probably best if I don't. Sure. I'd set out to go on a walk by myself, but I also wanted to chat with my friends whom I hadn't seen in a while. I want to talk to Yuki.
じゃあ私たちこっちの席に座るね。
Misaki quickly takes a seat at a table.
はるかちゃんも私のとこ。
She seems slightly confused as Misaki pulls her down next to her. I turn to face Yuki once more. Like, so, this is us,
ちょっと疲れてるみたい。
breaking up with you as part of a friend group. Fuck you. Drop out of school, transfer. We never want to see you again. Bye. Yeah?
なんだかそんな風に見えただけ。
Conversation is going pretty awkwardly. Then? Sorry.
う
Just happy that you're happy.
リナちゃん、どう？
Don't fucking know. What do you mean? I wasn't expecting her to bring Rina up. I haven't seen her since the other day. The other day. You Yuki doesn't seem fazed by my use of those words. I wonder what day she thinks I'm referring to.
そうなんだ。
Yeah. She seems sadder than I was expecting. I really hurt her.
じゃあ、東也くん、リナちゃんから何も聞いてないんだ。
What do you mean? She glances away from me, as if puzzled by something, falling silent. Yuki, please talk to me. Even if it's something that might be hard for me to hear. I don't care. I want to know. I need to know what's going on. Seemingly understanding how I feel, she gives a tiny nod.
私が話しちゃっていいのかどうかわからないけど、リナちゃん、
Oh, cool.
歌手やめるって。
Huh? What? I'm sorry, that's,
まだお話だけだし、私も信じられないんだけど。
Huh? Really? She continues despite my shock.
私にそう言ったの。もう決めたんだって。
Oh, that this is the consolation prize for, you know, stealing your boyfriend. It's like, well, you know, if I took, you know, one part of your happiness, I should at least let you have the other instead of just living my shadow your entire life. Sorry. Rina quit? Yuki nods. But then that would mean that it was all my fault.
多分そう。
Yep. She murmurs quietly, as if guessing what I wanted to say.
リナちゃん、そんなにまで東也くんのこと好きになっちゃったんだね。
Yuki. With her head lowered, I notice her shoulders shaking slightly.
私、そこまでされたら。
Nah, I feel you have
ないもの。
you have reasonable authority to say something here.
何も言う資格なんか。
I watch as several large teardrops onto her hands, curled into tight fists in her lap.
ごめんなさい。こんなこと言うつ
No,
もり
no,
じゃな
it,
かったの
it's
に
it's good that you did. She softly wipes away her tears.
今日は、東也くんに渡したいものがあって。
And then she reaches into her bag and pulls something out. A single CD. White album. Is written on the cover. What's this?
前に言ってた秘密のもう半分。
Oof!
私とリナちゃんのアルバムなんだ。
Huh? But that would mean this is your very first CD ever. Ever. Why'd I say it like
東也
that?
くんに受け取ってもらいたくて。これの収録のレッスンで。
You still want us to have it?
なかったんだし。
That's why she's always so busy? What we saw as Eiji keeping Yuki for himself was nothing more than a selfish misunderstanding. Well, our opinions on him as a person are probably fair. No, you were right. Maybe. I don't know if it's just in the Yuki timeline where, you know, he put the moves on her. But... And yet, he clearly worked so hard in order to make this. A collaboration CD produced by famous Eiji Ogata. Not Eigi. His name isn't Eigi. He's not an egg. I take it from her, staring at it. Despite having coming so far and grown so much, she's still the same girl she's always been, just as brave as ever. Sorry. I hang my head once more. By all rights, I should have been able to at least thank her for the gift. I know I should, yet I'm weighed down by this bizarre feeling. I realize I'm holding a CD that's both Yuki Morikawa's first CD, while also being Rina Ogata's final collaboration.
私の方こそごめんなさい。私、東也くんのこと。
Yeah, you got a little complacent, didn't you?
信じきってた。
Relationships are like a plant. You gotta, like, give them constant care and affection, and, you know, they need maintenance. Otherwise, they just kind of rot. Shrivel up, wither.
どんなことがあってもずっとそばにいてくれるんだ。
Yep, twist that knife. Yuki.
でも勝手だったね。もし リナちゃんに会ったら私が謝ってたって言っててくれるかな。
You have nothing to apologize for. Literally, like, nothing at all. Why?
だって私リナちゃんのこと。
Nah, that was entirely justified. You could have fucking stabbed that bitch. It would have been cool. Let's see.
そうなの。
And the two of us share a quiet chuckle. All I can hear in her voice is a sadness, and yet we laugh anyway. I'd prefer if we could move forward without shedding any more tears, but for now...
じゃあトウヤくん、さようなら。
I think it'd be good for you too. You know, you're trying to be tough. It might be good closure for you two to have like one big group cry session. Just kind of get it all out. Like sure, you know, Toya's a piece of shit, but you know, you're clearly the bigger person here, and you can tell that he's hurting and that you're hurting, and you know, like just kind of get it all out, you know. Let nothing left to be, you know, unsaid, unfelt. Just blank slate, you know, going into the world with a fresh page. You know, nothing weighing you down. But no. Yep. Quietly wave. See ya. As Yuki goes to leave with Misaki and Haruka, I remember something I forgot to tell her. Yuki! You win that first place next year. Yeah, considering the front runner is gone, you're a shoo-in. You win by default. Several days later, Rina Ogata suddenly announced her retirement and vanished from the entertainment industry overnight, just like Yuki said. I watched the official press conference in my room, but for some reason, none of it felt real. No scandal between Yuki and Eiji Ogata ever hit the papers, and it was as if nothing ever happened. In the end, I would never know for sure if Rina and I jumped to faulty conclusions, or if there really had been some kind of secret affair going on between Eiji and Yuki. Not really, you know, Eiji was playing the field, he was trying, but he never sealed the deal. And in the blink of an eye, several months passed. And who knows if he can even, you know, get on the rebound after this. Yes? Someone calls my name. Her beautiful voice sounds terribly familiar. I turn in the direction of her voice. Rina! I quickly go over to her. She rushes to meet me. Just like that, two of us fall into each other's arms, hugging tightly. Just live in my dingy studio apartment. Just the two of us. Ooh, nice one piece. It's really tight, though. Jesus. Like you can turn around, you know, like, discreetly pick that out if you want. You know, that must be riding up. Jeez. She looks at me amid the soothing sound of the nearby waves, glowing golden red from the setting sun. Standing there, surrounded by a dazzling bright orange halo, is Rina Ogata. There's a carefree smile on her face, utterly unconcerned about the world around her. Her tight bathing suit clinging to her perfectly proportioned curves.
いつまでだってここにいたい感じね。
I mean, she's got good form, you know, her body shape is good, but I wouldn't really call her curvy. Oh, thanks NordVPN, for letting me know a special offer ends tomorrow. I don't know if you could hear that on the recording. You shouldn't have been able to. Actually, you might, because the audio is picking up desktop audio. So if you hear like a Windows notification sound, that's not your computer, that's mine. In that moment, with her soft voice melting into the ocean waves behind her, she looked so pretty.
そう思わない？
Huh?
聞いていなかったの？
Nope. No, I did. I heard it, but I want to stand here, enjoying the way she looks when she talks about nothing in particular, not concentrating on what she's saying.
ずーっと帰りたくないなって。そう言った
Well,
の
you probably should. The salt water, it's real bad for your hair. You know, it'll fucking shrivel up if you stay in there all day. Just the salt breeze in general, your skin will get so chafed. Ugh. She repeats herself slowly and gently, as if making sure I heard every word. Yeah? The drama that erupted around her following her announcement spread like wildfire. Reasons behind the unexpected retirement of the Rinogata, and the rumors of a mysterious man who followed her around like a ghost, circulated like crazy. As a public figure, all of her actions drew attention, particularly practically commanding people to talk about it across the airwaves. Rina quickly became a popular target for the paparazzi, though she was quite skilled at dodging them. Which also meant that it was impossible for us to meet while that was carrying on. As such, we ended up with this discreet meeting right under their noses on this secluded beach. There's nothing out here except the sound of the waves. A scene I never would have believed possible when she was plastered on everyone's TVs. Rina excitedly frolics, talks, runs, and swims through the waves, laughing delightedly. The smile isn't the same angelic one I saw often through the camera lenses, but a heartful one that makes me feel like I'm in heaven just seeing it. I agree. I wish I could stay here forever. But they'll come get you once it gets dark, since you have to get back to your hotel. I murmur quietly, praying that the orange horizon will never fade into the darkness of nightfall. You really don't want to go? Me either. We nod at each other, like kids who are too tired to keep playing but refuse to quit. And then we laugh. I'm glad the deep red glow from the setting sun hides the blush on my cheeks.
でも
She continues comfortably.
でも東也くんが一緒だったらどこにだって戻るから
So, like, you're still rich, right? Like, you saved all the money you got from performing? You did, right? And worst comes to worst, we can just mooch off AG? Nice. Anywhere?
どこにだって
Even back onto the stage? I say teasingly while laughing. She laughs along with me, seemingly unfazed by my question.
嫌いじゃない世界だから戻ってもいいわよでも
And maybe not as a idol. You can just go back to being a regular musician. You know, just a pop musician. The idol industry is kind of icky, and personally, I'm not a huge fan. But hey, you know, if that's what we want to do. And her kind gaze falls on me.
もう少しやりたいことを
Yeah. If that's like inevitably where your heart leads you, that's cool. Like what?
例えば例えばアルバイト東也くんと一緒に家庭教師でもやってみようかしら
Maybe not just like him. That's just taking some couple's money and then actually not showing up to teach their kid. I laugh. I wonder how shocked Mata would be if I showed up one day with Rina in tow.
おかしい
Yeah, I went to that job like twice. Maybe a little.
私も
We laugh again before exchanging a quiet kiss for the umpteenth time. Sitting on this empty beach at twilight, surrounded by the glow of a spectacular sunset. It's November. Oh, that's late for being on the beach. That's really late. Jeez. You guys must be like down south, like in the tropics. Soon it'll be winter in Japan, the country that refuses to leave us alone. The thought plays idly through my mind as we sit on the beach of a small tropical island. The island's so insignificant, it doesn't even have a name. Okay, yeah, so she definitely still has money. Nice. Seiji's probably playing ball too, because he's like, fuck. It'd be better just to, you know, send them away somewhere. Get them out of my hair. If they try to do anything by themselves, it's just gonna be a headache. Woohoo, but we did it! We did it, people! Yeah, I got the Rina ending. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see the Steam achievements when I got it recording just the game capture. But we did it. We did it, everyone. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that completes the Rina route for White Album. Memories like falling snow. Next time, what are we even doing next time? Who is the next route? Are we doing like all the idols first before we move on to those like insignificant side heroines, which were included just to fill out the roster so that way they could sell the game instead of just having a nice neat package with, you know, the two title characters here on the screen? Sayuko. Yeah, we are doing that mystery third idol who I got no idea who the fuck she is. I guess you needed to complete either the Yuki Arena route to unlock her anyway. So, yeah, I guess we'll learn about her. Supposedly she doesn't show up for a while anyway. Sayuko conversations also do not appear until November 26th. So do not be concerned that you will only see events until then. Awesome. Yeah, so, with that, ladies and gents, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Shut up. Go away, opening. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. See you guys on next time for the next episode of What Album? Memories Like Falling Snow, where we will pick up, or, well, I guess we'll start the Sayuko route. Hope to, get you guys all there. Later. Bye-bye.